G'day legends, something a little bit different today. We are in Assetto Corsa Evo, which is the, apparently it's the best way to announce it as it's Italian, so Evo, not Evo. Bit of a weird one for an Australian, but anyway. We're in the beautiful Mercedes AMG GT2. This is a absolute weapon of a thing, and I actually showcase this car because it just sounds, let's just be honest, absolutely fantastic. Now you might be wondering why, or what is even going on with something that's not rally. Well, for those who have been around the channel for a fair while, I used to stream Gran Turismo 7 a fair bit, to be honest. I just found it as a very fun, chilled game, and obviously my favourite track, or yeah, track, not stages, this isn't rally, was the Nürburgring Nordschleife, which is a absolutely brilliant but completely wild and demanding bloody track. As we get very loose there, looking over at you going, damn, this is a bit of a fight. So some interesting settings I've actually played around with on this one. So we've gone quick race, obviously 2 laps of the Nürburgring Nordschleife, which is brutal, very, very brutal. The start time we left as the default setting, the race time multiplayer default setting as well, but we actually changed the amount of opponents in my starting position. 21 opponents in this one, and I chose to start at the very back of the grid, which is 22. Grid type was just automatic, I didn't touch that, but I've put it to the hardest AI possible. Opponent with behavior is just stuck on safe. I don't know how to actually change that, it's blurred out, so I'm not sure if that's a thing. Really just fighting with this Porsche right here. I tried to have a bit of a bit of a touch there. Tried to make this race semi-realistic, so as in, like, I'm not trying to really just push people out, trying to give people space if you can, as much as you can in a race setting. Obviously you're going to be a little bit aggressive, a little touch there as well, but yeah, just really having a good fight, and yeah, trying to be a fair type of sportsmanship as well. But anyway, the Nürburgring Nordschleife, so let's get into some random statistics and facts for you guys. So the actual length of this track is 20.83 kilometers, which is 12.94 miles, which is absolutely insane. The amount of corners or turns in this is, well, officially it's 73, but it's often cited as having over 150, 170, including minor bends. But officially, 33 left, 40 right, which makes this a very interesting stage to, make the stage, I'm saying it again as a rally driver, God, a very interesting track to memorize. There's a lot in it. That was a beautiful, beautiful overtake there, man. Pat on the back for that one. Nice. The elevation change is around 300 meters for this one, which is from the lowest and highest points. Pretty insane for a track, isn't it really? Maximum gradient, 18% uphill, 11% downhill, which is cool. It's funny, you know, when you're actually playing this level, it really does open your eyes just how much is going on with this. Getting to more of the fact for this game as well, which is Assetto Corsa Evo. We're just going to compare it directly with Gran Turismo 7, as a few of my followers would, you know, they've played that game. This is there's a lot more movement within the car in this, and there's a lot more subtle bumps and jumps in the track. The actual, like, track design in this game is very, very nice. There's a lot of detail in it, and the force feedback is quite detailed, though it did take me a little bit to try and mess around with the settings to get it to feel nice. As a default setting on the wheel, it feels very not much force feedback at all. You got to really crank it up and then muck around with the force feedback values, which leads me into another thing with this game. The settings and the layout of the settings and how they're worded, man, absolute headache. It takes quite the while to get used to just how it all comes together, because it's yeah, there's settings on settings on settings on settings, and I don't know, and how this game is at the moment too, it is still a bit buggy. I experienced a few crashes and stuff like that here and there, as well as some weird input stuff going on. But obviously, if you just do a bit of a restart on the game, it does sort itself out. I think for this gameplay, it was completely fine, no issues all really. As a game as it is right now, it is pretty solid. I do rate it, though it has received quite a lot of flack because it was the free roam aspect and the career aspect have, well, I don't know about the free roam, but the career aspect is definitely taken out of the game, which was a lot of the reason for a lot of people actually getting and buying this game on release or even pre-release. So there's yeah, a lot of annoyed people about that. If you want to take it as just a general racing game, it's funny, you know, this feels like, even with the server list options and stuff like that, the multiplayer, it feels like the PC version of Gran Turismo 7. It might be a bit of a wild take there, but playing a fair bit of Gran Turismo 7 like I used to, you'd have a lot of fun. I used to like, oh, that was nice. I used to like jumping into a server with just a whole bunch of random cars on a track, the Nürburgring especially, and just cutting laps, man, and just seeing what you could go up against, and you know, the flavour of the day, whatever it was. You know, you might be in a, I don't know, Volkswagen Golf or a Mazda RX-7, coming up against just cars that you should not be competing against, and I used to love it. I had so much fun doing that sort of stuff. But yeah, anyway, the Green Hell, as you guys would know for this track, a bit of a nickname, has come from Jackie Stewart. Got given this nickname after winning the 1968 German GP in heavy rain and fog, which really does ring true to this game, or this level as well. It is very, very brutal. Like I was saying, I don't know how many hours I've put in Gran Turismo 7 to learn this track, but yeah, obviously paid off a lot. I could jump in and do a pretty decent lap. Haven't really played any online stuff yet, just been messing around, just getting used to it. As you guys know, predominantly I play rally games, so I play this just in my off time for a bit of fun, but decided to chuck this in there for, you know, hell, let's have a go of it, you know, and see if you guys enjoy a little bit of racing just here and there. Interesting noise from the rear. I don't know if I'm a fan of it. It does sound very aggressive, but I don't know. What do you reckon about that? I reckon the engine noises around this, as in the bonnet cam, rumble strips, snaps, crackles, pops, gear changes, engine noise, very, very sick. The audio design in this game is very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. This is actually the longest public toll road, which is insane. When it's not used for events, it's a one-way public toll road. I'm going to butcher this. Touristenfahrten. Oh, I'm sorry, German boys. Sorry. Drivers can't enter with their own cars, motorcycles, and German traffic laws actually apply, which is interesting to say the least. A little known fact in just real life for this, as I've been sitting in 7 trying to catch up with this main crew of guys. I actually got held back a lot, if you guys would have noticed in all that previous stuff there. Trying to hang with the pack and get around them, trying to overtake in sort of safe places, really pushed me back. But we get back up there, but as you can see now, I can actually cut in and do a pretty good run through this to catch up with the pack, so enjoy this one. But yeah, in real life, it's quite an interesting well, place really. You have to pay like a toll road entrance like you would any other toll road. As you guys would know, I don't know how it's like in other countries, but in Australia, a toll for us is where you have to actually pay to be on the road, the expressway, the highway, the freeway, whatever it is to you. I'm assuming it's the same for across the world. But yeah, just an interesting little fact there. But yeah, if you actually crash into anything when you're on the Nordschleife in real life, you got to pay for the damages just like you would in real life. So that's pretty insane. Which leaves a lot of insurance companies over that way, that if you do crash your car, you're actually not covered by the insurance. I can't remember the clause, but a lot of it is little things in there that just says you can't actually, you know, you're not covered, you have no insurance at all if you crash on the Nurburgring. I can't remember how they actually word it, to be honest, but yeah, a lot of it excludes it, which is pretty insane, right? So yeah, anyway, I'm actually really enjoying this game. Really enjoying this game, to be honest with you. Though an interesting little thing coming up this morning when I was on well, there's been a bit of a debate right now actually. Ford, the GT Mark IV, I believe it's the Mark IV, just set a new Nürburgring at Nordschleife time with a 6 minute 15.977, which has created massive hate, or just a massive divide, as the list of cars that they're stacking up against, like the next one after that is a Mercedes AMG 1, which is 15 seconds slower, though that is a road registered car, whereas a Ford GT Mark IV isn't. So another beautiful overtake. Oh my god, yes son, yes. Loving this game and this race, by the way. Very cool. I actually find this style of stuff very relaxing. I don't know what it is, even with rally, some of the intense stages, the more that's going on and the more like intensity to it, I just somehow relax more. I don't know how that even works, but yeah, wild, hey. But yeah, the debate on Facebook or social right now is pretty interesting. So let me know your take on that. Let me know if you actually play this game, Assetto Corsa Evo. I know a lot of predominantly my followers and subscribers here are obviously, you know, rally players. That's what I do. But yeah, I find a lot of guys actually do play a lot of stuff like this in their off time. Coming there a bit hot, not very clean. In 5th positions though, so we're going pretty good, to be honest with you. This Merc is an absolute wild child of a car though. It's so planted, so nice. But I do like, as you can sort of see in the hood cam, how much this car is getting upset just through bumps and jumps and how it's handling. If you look at this section here, you can see through there. Doesn't really look too intense, but on the wheel you can really feel the car dart and moving around here. Very cool. Coming up to this high-speed corner, we back off. In front of us is actually a Maserati, but he's just holding that line. We can't get past him. He's been a bit of a prick. So I'm deciding to hold the line, try and cut in close. Actually lose a bit of speed on the chicane there, so it didn't work out very nice. Gonna come in pretty hot, look for a line. There's nothing there. Have a very big scare here though. Probably the most famous corner of all time in any race that's ever been. Just the most famous bloody corner ever. Got on 3 wheels there, which is what happened. So the car dipped in, pitched me into a very evil angle, and yeah, that was nearly game over for that. So now we've got to try and claw back. As we're under the pressure, you can see where I'm running wide here, missing stuff. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to make a mistake in a game. The next, you know, 3 or 4 corners after that, I'm always messing up, feeling very, I don't know, overwhelmed, and I just can't focus. It takes me a few to dial back in, which is what we sort of get back into here now. We're sort of getting back into the mix. So pushing on. But I'm going to leave you with this rest of this so you can just enjoy it for what it is. Some pretty good racing coming up, and yeah, I'll catch you towards the end of it. Hope you guys are enjoying the random Assetto Corsa Evo video. So Assetto Corsa Evo. God. Hauling ass. We are catching the draft up behind the Maserati here, going out. Gonna try and pull up behind old mate here to try and slip into first if we can. The line's there, but I decided to back off, thinking I might be able to get him under braking, but he's holding the line very aggressively. There's not a lot of room here. I try to go for an inside here, pick up a wheel, get a bit of a slight spin on the rear, so I have to get off the throttle. Got another attempt here. Pull in, he gets a bit of an oversteer there. I try and go aggressive, thinking that the finish line's just here, but in this game it's actually on just after that corner there. Gran Turismo 7, it's actually near the end here, so I thought I had first, but as you can see when I look at the scoreboard here, 2nd place it is, and you know what, I'm happy with that. So hope you liked the video, leave a like if you can, and catch you later.